Hello. So I believe the International Booker Prize has been announced. I'm on the way to a bonfire because in Canada it's 5:30. So I'm gonna quickly look at this and, be in my cat construction one. I am just gonna do quickly things. I haven't read any of these books, but I have talked a little bit about the short list. I'm really interested in reading Stillborn, Standing Heavy, and Boulder. I think those are the three that have stood out to me the most. Time Shelter is also one that I thought would be really interesting. Whale, I would be deeply upset if it won just based on some of the things that I've heard about it. So I'm just going to put International Booker Prize and see if we have a thing. Okay, International Booker announcement. So the International Booker Prize has gone to Time Shelter. I'm not really surprised by this. It seems like one of the books that was the highest looked at and stuff like that. And I'm excited for this because it seems like it's very interesting because it's talking about the dangers of nostalgia and the ways in which these countries in Eastern Europe are setting back the time. It originally starts with this kind of comfort thing for people with dementia who, aren't as unsettled when the world looks like it is when they were young, and then goes to a time when people are debating what era they want to be in. This is very dangerous for an area of the world where there was very authoritarian and very strict control over the world, and we can look at this world and imagine a better version of it when not actually looking at the crimes of that era. And I think that is really important to look at. And you see it in America, you see it in Canada, when we look at these simpler lives and all of these things, when we forget about the systemic injustices and other things that were going on, or just even the quality of life and of healthcare and of food and of like when people died and stuff like that. All of those things, we can romanticize the past, but at what cost do we romanticize the past? And I think that that's really interesting. I definitely think this is a book that I want to read with time. When it arrives at my library or anything like that, I would find it really interesting to read it because I feel like this is a book that you could write essays on, that you can think a lot about. I think it might have also been the first book in Bulgarian that was translated and up for this prize. So I'm very excited to see this win. It wasn't one of the ones that I was gunning for, that I was like most excited for, because I had heard mixed things about it. And like something about Stillborn or Boulder dealing with motherhood really relate to me, and something that I care a lot about. Standing Heavy with the idea of colonialism and the ways in which people are surveilled definitely seemed very interesting to me. But one of the reasons why I think Time Shelter is really interesting because it does look at society as a whole and the ways in which we imagine societies and life. And I feel like that's a really interesting thing to reward for, because you're going to have so much context throughout the world. So yeah, I'm excited to see this, and let me know what your thoughts are. Are you happy? Are you sad? Do you think one of the other shortlisted books should have won? Do you think that like one of the unlisted books should have made it? Or like, I know there was some contention because some of the books that people even wanted weren't even nominated for the prize at all. So I would love to hear your thoughts, and I will be back next time. Bye.